There's been 9 recessions. And I want you to notice this. In almost every case, 8 out of 9, home prices, according to the best indicator there is, the Case-Shiller Home Price Index, not only did well during the recessions, they went up and went up afterwards again. And the most recent one as well. Now, there was one time where we saw home prices do poorly during recession. But if you look at the timing of it, it wasn't the recession that led us into the housing bubble. There was a housing bubble that led us into the recession. And there's a big difference there. So what caused the housing bubble? Well, housing bubble, just like everything else, prices go up or down based upon demand and supply. That's a real key. Now, most of us learned that in high school or college in economics. That's the number one rule of economics, is prices are determined by supply and demand. So what happened during the housing bubble? Yes, I know. We got crazy on mortgages. We don't have that today. We don't have 580 FICO scores, 0 down, investment property, no income, no asset, no job. Here, take this mirror. You're approved. We don't have that anymore, okay? Loans are really high quality now, and they're performing extraordinarily well. So that's a big difference between the two periods of time. But the very big difference that people fail to understand is the supply and demand. Now, in 2006, builders built more homes than they ever have in the history of the United States, over 2 million homes. That's the supply side. So they put a lot of supply on the market. What about demand? You measure demand in housing by something called household formations. See, you don't want to measure it by somebody who's selling a home and buying a home, because they're not taking up inventory. They're creating inventory with the sale of their home, but they're taking away inventory by the buy of their home. So that's neutral. Now, they create activity, which is great, and we love that. But as far as supply and demand, that's neutral. You measure it by something called a household formation. So what's a household formation? Here's an easy example. Imagine a couple that's living together under one home, and now they decide to split up. So they're not selling the home, they're not vacating the home. One person's staying behind, but now one person's going out and occupying a new home. So they need 2 roofs over the head where before they needed 1. Or let's just say there's somebody living with parents and they move out. The parents stay in that place, so they're not vacating, and now they're occupying a new one. These are called household formations. In 2006, the amount of household formations was extraordinarily low, less than 1 million. And over 2 million homes built. That started the imbalance. The same thing happened in 07 and 08. By 09, full-blown housing bubble. So why did household formations drop so much in 2006? There's an interesting explanation. The median age of a first-time home buyer in 2006, and right now too, was 33 years old. So when were they born? Well, some quick math. 2006 minus 33 years, they were born in 1973. If you look at birth rates, in 1973, they dropped dramatically, which explains why you had much fewer people coming to buy homes in 2006, 33 years later. Why did birth rates drop so much? 1973 was the year abortions were legalized. So isn't it interesting how understanding demographics and how they work can help you read and understand the housing market?